Hey, welcome back into today's video. Man, we got a big update on the Netflix Cuties film. This is pretty big. They've been indicted in a Texas grand jury for lewd visual material in the Cuties film. Now, I think this is just due, and we're going to talk about that, but I want to say that I've went back to the old intro and outro on this video because I want to know from you guys, do you like the new intros, the outros, and how's that working out for you? If you're unfamiliar. We reported on this about 2 weeks ago, Netflix Cuties potential federal investigation, and boy does it look like there's some stuff happening here. This was a French film that followed an 11-year-old girl's escapades to it's like a coming of an age thing in the worst type of way. It put these young peoples in very vulnerable and awkward situations. And now that I think about it, to even put this young of girls in these awkward situations just for a film, and it in and of itself is pretty bad. Anybody that's watched the movie knows how absolutely disgusting and gross this is. The girl had protested her parents' strict household and joined other girls in dancing their way through competitions, trying to make a name for themselves. And it specifically on purpose used uncomfortable images of these girls to show to the audience that there is an issue with how young people are portrayed in today's society.
Portrayed.
The only thing that it really did was, it did do that. Unfortunately for them, they're probably going to go to jail. Back on September 12th of 2020, Senator Ted Cruz had said, following Netflix's disturbing promotion of Cuties, I sent a letter calling on the Justice Department to investigate whether Netflix and its executives or filmmakers violated any federal laws against the production and distribution of not good stuff. When they first started promoting this, they had released a statement saying, "Oh, this is not what this show is about. We accidentally put out these images that made you think that this show was something that it's not." Only for this to come out and for it to be absolutely what we thought it was going to be, but worse. One article talking about the situation said that Netflix recently began promoting the movie ahead of its September 9th release on the platform. However, the company artwork provoked a storm of online criticism, with many saying the poster hurt children. One Twitter user called it disgusting, while another said Netflix really messed up here. Here's the poster that sparked the backlash. So this is the poster here, and anybody that's seen the movie can see that this is obviously pretty PG compared to what the content was in the movie. And we have to bear in mind that Netflix did apologize for this, saying it misrepresented the film. If they're going to apologize for this and think that this in itself was bad, how can they not look at the content within the film and say the same? The spokespeople for Netflix defend this film by saying, hey, this is to stop this type of behavior towards children. And they adamantly defend it, which makes me give them the side-eye emoji every single time. This right here is the French version of the poster, which honestly, in comparison, is a lot better. They said that we're deeply sorry for the inappropriate artwork that we caused and used for Cuties. It was not okay, nor was it representative of the French film which premiered at Sundance. We've now updated the picture and description, and I just gotta ask. I want to know. If you're apologizing for this artwork for making people angry, what's the difference between the artwork and the content in the series, in the show? Maybe Netflix spokespeople need to make a move to stop defending this because it's their platform and just admit and own up and take accountability for this terrible lapse in judgment that they've obviously demonstrated before they go to federal prison. A Texas grand jury indicts Netflix for lewd visual material in Cuties. This article goes on to say that Republican Texas State Rep Matt Schofer announced Tuesday that they were going forward with this indictment in a tweet saying, Netflix Inc. indicted for grand jury in Tyler County, and it shows the indictment. It says that they were obviously indicted for some not okay things. The indictment goes on to say that Netflix knowingly promoted visual material which depicts the lewd exhibition of the not good areas of young peoples that you should not be showing, or partially clothed, who was younger than the age of 18 years old. And at the time a visual material was created, it says that it appealed to some things that this young of people should not be appealing to, and has no serious literary, artistic, political, or scientific value. It says that the promotion of the film was authorized or recklessly tolerated by high managerial agent of Netflix Inc., namely Wilmot Reed Hastings Jr. or Theodore Anthony Sarandos Jr., acting on behalf of Netflix Inc. and within the scope of the agent's office or employment of Netflix. The article goes on to say that the state representative told DCNF that the one-page indictment was filed on September 23rd and has been public since that time, and he's unsure why it's not been reported on until now. The county district clerk's office told DCNF that a court date has not yet been set for the indictment. The document names Netflix, but no individual persons on the charge of promoting lewd material. Well, it's probably not been reported on until just now because the YouTubers are on the case. A Netflix spokeswoman told DCNF Tuesday evening, Cuties is a social commentary against the not okay stuff of young children. This charge is without merit, and we stand by the film. It's really not, in my opinion, it's really not a good time for them to be standing by this film when the normal consensus is that this is not a good film. I think the fundamental question is, can you tell a story while using underage children to depict an immoral act? And that was what I was talking about earlier. Like, you don't kick dogs to show that kicking dogs is bad. You just don't do that. Like, Cuties not only includes many close-up shots of but also depicts them viewing and discussing acts that shows one girl photographing her. That's not good. A Netflix spokeswoman went on to say it's an award-winning film and a powerful story about the pressures of young girls face on social media and from society more generally growing up. And we'd encourage anyone who cares about these important issues to watch the movie. Now, don't get me wrong, I completely understand what they say that they were trying to do. You're trying to point out the issues with young girls in society and how society treats young girls. But doing it to them to show that it's wrong, in my opinion, is highly counterproductive and extremely hypocritical. In a situation like this, you can't be that tone deaf. You cannot be this disconnected from society. From my perspective and the things that we've seen, at least on YouTube and for the last year or so, there have been, we're going to call them maps, minor attracted peoples, because if you say the P word, then the video gets mega suppressed. And, I'd like to have my viewers see the videos that I make. So what these maps are going to do is they take clips of young girls in compromising positions, weird compromising angles, things that just make you generally just feel uncomfortable, things that are not okay. And then they curate them in playlists, and they take these pictures, and they watch these videos with these girls doing their try-on hauls, doing their gymnastics, doing their certain things like that, and time stamping these things, these specific locations. It was a major issue last year. You got to be aware that this stuff's going on. You got to be aware that these maps are using these situations for their own selfish gain, and then understand why making a whole document, a whole show with this in it, with this being the purpose of this, it's just not a good look. That's why the rest of the world is looking at this situation like it's completely disconnected and tone deaf. I don't know what was going on I don't understand why they thought this was going to fly and how they could be so completely and utterly disconnected. This is the current view of Netflix stock, as you can see. They have seen better days. I tweeted about 34 minutes ago, whoa, Netflix indicted by Texas grand jury for Cuties film. I wanted to get your guys' general consensus on what you feel and how you feel about this. I'm going to read a couple of these, and if you guys want to have a chance for me to read your reply, go over and follow the Repzilla Twitter, because that is how you're going to get free cooking lessons. And Shannon says, literally so excited when I read that. It's a step at least. Good. I'm glad Netflix and Hollywood have gotten away with way too much. And I believe that too. It seems like more stuff like this is coming out every single day, and it's disheartening and something I just genuinely don't like to see. But as interesting as it is, there's always something that's more interesting to me. That's right, you guessed it. I want to know what you think, so why don't you go ahead and leave your creative and interesting responses in the comment box below. Thumbs up for those likes. As always, brothers and sisters, I will see you in the next video. That's crazy, but we got another video. We got videos out back to back, and that's even crazier. I haven't done back-to-back videos in a minute, but it does feel good to be more consistently here for you guys, and I love seeing you guys in the comment section of the video. I would like to thank my patrons for your continued and ongoing support. We're almost at 130 patrons, which my goal for this year is to have 150 patrons. If I can get that, that would be amazing. But of course, this is not for everybody. You need to click the link, go over there, check it out, read the different tiers, and see if that's something that you feel is for you. Also, we just surpassed 1,100 Twitch followers on my Twitch channel, and that means that we get to do a cooking stream. So if you want these really cool in-depth cooking lessons from yours truly here, then go over there and give that a follow. I would like to get to 1,500 before the end of the year. Also, we're going to do the cooking stream probably this weekend. I'm going to cook some chili, and I'm going to try not to blow the kitchen up. So if that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and click to join that, because that's just another way to show that you're repping. If you're not repping, you're getting how you do that. Already subscribe and notifications turn on. Be in the comment section after every single video, because I'm going to be there. Greg the cat's going to be there, and the rest of the Rep Squad community as well. And I expect to see you there too, because this channel loves you. Yep, that's the clap out intro, the classic clap in and clap out intro and outro. I need to know if you want that to stay or do you want it to go.